And so, while remaining in those still waters, knowing that you are love, what I do know is that there is one power, one presence, one creator, one divine intelligence, one all and everything, which I choose to call God. For it is that power which has created all that there is. It's that same power which knows how to maintain and sustain all and everything. It is that one presence which is surely the life, the light, and the love of God flowing in, around, and through each and every one of us. And I know that I, being spiritually created in the image and likeness of the one, that I too am endowed with all the divine qualities of God, of justice and freedom and life and light and love and peace and joy, happiness, harmony, balance, beauty, divine wisdom, wholeness, perfect health and abundance in all and everything. And as I know this to be true for myself, I know this to be true for each and every person within the sound of my voice. And what I know and declare is that today's service flows with grace and ease, for it is filled with love. And I know that the sermon of love given by Reverend Michael resonates deeply within the hearts of each and every one of us. And we are absolutely in store for some very fantastic music. So I simply allow it to be, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you. It seems very loud. Is it loud today? Is it loud? Yes, it's loud. So we shall lower our vibration. Only in noise, not in feeling, right? So we have a high energetic here. Hello and welcome. Hello CSL TV. Hello online. Thank you for being here. We are doing our Southern California happy dance right now. Right? Yes. You can all join with me. So we are very happy to be in this beautifully warm sanctuary together, where we come together as a community, and we hear the raindrops outside, which is just lovely. So thank you for being here. CSL TV is a welcoming and inclusive community. I think we all feel that, right? That's why we come here. I see we're nodding, right? Yeah. We love each other, and how good it is to come here, even in the rain, to love one another and to sing together and to be engaged together with ritual, because it's important. It feeds our souls. So I know that we will have a wonderful time today, and we have our beautiful staff minister with us today, Reverend Michael Summers, so I'm excited about that. And so it's going to be just a great day in community today. So We always start with our community congregational song. We can stand or sit, whatever we feel. We're going to be, and I had a really fun slide today about happy holidays. Did you see my slide? It says, mindfulness is living in the present. It's a little cute cat, and he's inside the present. I feel that living in the present, which is what I'm doing a lot of this holiday season. So, all right, so let's come together and sing our community song, which is Alive with the Spirit of God.
And we have a special guest joining us this morning, Mr. Jim. He's going to vibe it up today, guys. All right, we ready? And I am alive in the Spirit of God. I am alive in the Spirit of God. I am alive in the Spirit of God. I am alive, oh, alive in the Spirit of God again. I am alive in the Spirit of God. Sing. I am alive in the Spirit of God. I am alive in the Spirit of God. I am alive, oh, alive in the Spirit of God. I am alive, oh, alive in the Spirit of God.
I like that one. And no, wait. First time on the CSL TV big stage. So happy. This makes me so happy. I love it. So thank you. We're putting together a band. It's really nice. Love it. All right. So today is the third Sunday of Advent, and I've been following Father Richard Rohr's Advent spiritual practice. And so I would ask this morning that Jim Willis, I always want to make everybody a reverend. Jim Willis light our 3 Advent candles for Sunday for our moment of gratitude. This is where we come together, our spiritual practice, to just deepen into ourselves and remember the truth of who we are and open up, hopefully, to communicating with that spirit, that still small voice within us, that's God, whispering to us. And as we open to that through gratitude, through stillness, we can receive those divine messages that are powerful and informative for ourselves. So today, I wanted to talk about encounters with God. And Father Richard Rohr says, does one's life give any evidence of an encounter with God? Does this encounter bring about through us any of the things that Paul from Scripture describes as the fruits of spirit? That could be love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, trustfulness, gentleness, all of those divine God qualities that were within us. So I ask that you just take a moment and center in, maybe close your eyes, and just think about these encounters with God as a divine quality of God, which might be love, joy, harmony. How are you feeling God in yourself and as you encounter others? And is that something to be grateful for? To remember. We encounter God every day, in every way, in every moment. And so just take a moment to say thank you for those experiences. When you're ready, you can come back, because I think one of the experiences, one of the encounters is right here, right now, as we turn to one another, as we look at each other and we encounter God truly together. And so I'm grateful for each of you and for us. I love us. So I'm going to ask our practitioner of service, Jim Willis, to come up for the reading for today and to go through our statement of calling in our new minister.
you, Charlene. Okay. So our reading today comes from a book called A New Design for a New Life, written by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes and Willis Keener. Through a silent contemplation, we can come to ascertain the brightness of all the good things in our life. Take the idea of love. It is always good to dwell on the thought of love and what it means. What must be the great attribute of love in the universe which endlessly gives of itself to its creation? Love implies a givingness, a sharing, a communion of spirit. As one dwells on this idea, he finds that his own consciousness of love, of affection, of compassion, and of well-wishing increases until he finally sees that it is impossible for him to come into fulfillment of his destiny until he has learned to embrace and love all of life. And so it is. Okay, now if you'll all join with me to read together. Our new minister vision. The purpose is wholeness. The vision, a new spiritual leader for our community, an abundantly community. Our new minister is a dynamic speaker and facilitator who gives inspiring messages from the heart. Our new minister empowers leaders within the community and coordinates efforts to be efficient. Our new minister is physically knowledgeable, responsible, and ethical. Our new minister has the experience and the ability to inspire a diverse community. Our new minister is relatable, vulnerable, reflective, and growth-minded. Our new minister is confident, committed, kind, and communicates clearly with compassion. And so it is.
You guys are good. You know, there's like tongue twisters in there. And man, they're doing a really good job as I just held that. It sounded really nice. So we've got beautiful music again with our own Joanna and Mike. And I just wanted to announce that the annual Teddy Bear Toss is coming up. It's coming up this Saturday. This Saturday. And I put up on the site, Joanna had sent me an image of what 125 teddy bears looks like. And so there it is. We're collecting. So there's tickets available to support the Make Music Temecula. She's working with the Ontario Rain, right? And then there's a little bit of change for your singing at the Temecula Mall on Friday. And it's actually a better time now, because I thought, well, I think it's a better time because it works for me. But it was at 10 o'clock in the morning. Now it's at 7 o'clock. So 7 p.m. this Friday night at the Temecula Promenade, right by JC, where Santa is. So if you're, looking for those little last-minute gifts, you want to whisper something to Santa, and then you can listen to Joanna sing. That's wonderful. So just wanting to support Joanna and all that she does. So please welcome Joanna for our song today.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? hope you have found here in the dear woods, only the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. So this is Christmas, making for strong, rich and poor ones. The world is so wrong. So happy Christmas for black and for white, the yellow and the red ones, the sparkle of fire. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. So this is Christmas, and what have we done? Another year over, a new one just begun. So this is Christmas, I hope you have fun. The year and the tear words, the old and the young. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. Oh, worries over. If you want it, worries over. If we join together right now, right now, right now, right now. Worries over. Worries
What a blessing. I mean, seriously, what a blessing that these two are. I know you guys are going to get tired of hearing it, but every time she sings, I'm like, okay, now I have to go up and do something? Okay. So it's lovely. So it is my joy and honor to introduce our guest speaker today, which is our own staff minister, Reverend Michael Summers. And yes, let's welcome him. Reverend Michael has been a minister for 24 years, and he has a thriving practice. He's been in the New Thought, Science of Mind and Spirit teaching for a long time. He is a deep soul. I always say deep unto deep with this one, because it really is true. He has a depth of love for this community, for everyone that he touches and holds so dear. He has his website is theminister2go.com. He does weddings and memorials and baby blessings. Anytime you want a loving presence at any type of ceremony, I would encourage you to ask Reverend Michael to be present, because he just brings a level of consciousness that is so powerful. He holds the men's ministry dearly. This is one of his spiritual ministries here, and we are grateful to have him as a staff minister and call him our own Reverend Michael Summers. So please come up.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can.
Oh, good. Good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you. Oh, I gotta get my notes on.
Yes.
Okay, so my top title is Community by Way of the Love and Law of God. And that's what we are. We are a community through the love and law of God. God has taught us to first love ourselves. Because we were created by God in love. We are God's children. We can't help but express that love to everyone in our life because love isn't love till you give it away. That's something I learned early, and it's so powerful. We are a loving center for spiritual living, a loving family of God, and we give thanks for this each and every day. In this way, we live the law of attraction. We're a community of love. We're a special community here. Okay. Oh, I can't stand it. So Ernest Holmes, oh gosh, he's been a minister, a mentor, but I consider him more like a father because he gave me much fatherly advice. That changed my life completely. Well, you can't hear me?
Not too good.
Okay, we got to turn it up then.
Reverend Michael, will you pull the microphone part down further on your cheek? There you go.
Down here.
There you go. Yes.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, it's good to be heard.
Yes.
Okay, so now there is a picture of Ernest Holmes here, and I had it stored in my house, and I decided that it needed to be shared with other people, not just me and my family. But it says there is a power in the universe, a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. And that he was talking about the law of attraction, the positive side of the law of attraction. So, do we have slide one? Okay. So in the glossary of the Science, Mind, and Spirit, it says, law, mind in action, the creative medium of spirit, is the great mental law of the universe. There is only one law. Our misuse of this makes it appear that there are many laws. The law is a blind force. And whatever goes into the subjective state of our thought tends to return again in some condition. That's the way it works. So it works both ways. Now, there was a wonderful article by Reverend Dr. Dennis Merritt Jones, and the title of it was Complaining. Pathway to Powerlessness. Okay, so they got the second slide up there? From Encouraging Words. The law of attraction guarantees that complainers will always have a lifetime supply of things to complain about. That's the way it works. Okay, I know because I've used it before I found this place. Okay, but every once in a while I'll slip. Okay, because it happens. But this is what he says. Have you ever known a chronic complainer? The danger for such a person is that the universe has extremely big ears and is always listening. And it can't take a joke. It magnifies what we focus on, our energy on, and expands our experience of it. The more we complain about something, the more we will draw to us more things to complain about. But Maya Angelou offers us a solution when she wrote, what you're supposed to do when you don't like a thing is change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Don't complain. And I thought about this, and it's true. If we can change something we complain about, that'll be good not only for us, but for everyone. But if we can't change it, and there are times when I can't, I just have to let it go. Just let it go. And know the truth about it. I'll share that more about that too. Let me see. Now, I know about what complaining was when I grew up because I was in a dysfunctional family. And we complained a lot. And it was not fun. And I had to get away. And so I did. But I had things in my life that helped me to change that. And one of them was when I was in 1950, when I was 10 or 12 years old, my aunt had the first TV, round screen. Anybody remember that? Yeah, round screen. And they had, we went there during Sunday because that's when we drove up to visit. And on it, there were some fire and brimstone preachers. Okay, I can't think of their names right now, but they're there. And then there was this old, kind, gentle man who didn't yell, no yelling and screaming and what have you. He just talked and it made sense. And guess what? That was Ernest Holmes. He had a radio and TV program. And I really didn't understand it, but it touched me. And this is the way God was guiding me through my life, by touching me with different things. Now, Thanksgiving is a national holiday, right? And it's the fourth Thursday of November. We just celebrated it, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. I celebrate Thanksgiving every day. But I don't eat turkey and cranberry sauce. I can't do that. I don't think anyone can. Anyway, so when I wake up, I affirm that this is the day the Lord has made. And I rejoice and am glad in it. And that comes from the Bible. And I've been doing that for a long time. And it really works. And then throughout the day, I find things to be thankful for. And it's like when I was first in this, I would walk through life, but then I had to stop. And not only look at the roses, but I had to smell the roses too. I had to become aware of what was going on around me. And it made a big difference. It really did. So, we have slide number 3. Okay. Appreciation, gratitude, and thanksgiving. The motive power that attracts and magnifies the hidden potentialities of life. And that's from the Science Mind Glossary. Most of these are from the Science Mind Glossary that I could find because I just love that book. What we focus our attention on rises in the field of our awareness and becomes part of our experience. In challenging times, the tendency for many of us is to stare at what seems to be missing or what's wrong rather than the good that lies right in front of us. Practicing conscious gratitude activates and directs the creative energy of life that nurtures the seed potential within, which contains the spiritual DNA of a life worth living. And That reminds me of a TV program that we used to watch with Bishop Fulton J. Sheen, who was a Roman Catholic, because that's what we were. And he was so positive. Life is worth living. Because a lot of the Catholic Church is not positive. You know, and that bothered me. But he made sense. And it made a difference because then I was a teenager, and my mom loved that show. And we watched it, and it was so good. When you think about it, oh, wait a minute. For most of us, expressing conscious gratitude is not something we generally remember to do because the collective consciousness obsesses about what is missing in our lives. We can transcend the gravitational pull of the collective consciousness with the conscious practice of gratitude. It's just a matter of remembering to remember. Now, William A. Ward wrote, this is really interesting. God gave us a gift of 86,400 seconds a day. Have you used one to say thank you? When you think about it, a second or two is all that it takes to practice gratitude. Who doesn't have at least a few seconds to spare each day for such a powerful practice? Okay, now slide number 3 is an affirmation. And you know what we do with affirmations? We share them, we speak them together. So what I want you to do is repeat this with me. Can you do that?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so ready? Today, I mindfully take stock of my countless blessings, and I say, thank you, God, knowing that when I focus on what is good in my life, it simply and abundantly expands. Now, when I first started being thankful, I wrote it in a journal, and I have a few of those at home. But I didn't have the journal with me every day. I just had it in the morning and in the evening. So now, I don't want to miss out on what's in between. So I give thanks as I am experiencing it. So when I wake up in the morning, I give thanks. I'm thankful that I'm alive, aware, and awake. And before I go to bed, I'm thankful for the day. And I go through the day and repeat what I'm thankful for. And it makes a big difference because you become more aware of the good that is taking place. We are and I am thankful for doing this because it makes me feel so good. And that's what life is all about, feeling good. Isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's about feeling good. Okay, now the news is about negative situations, right? Atrocities going on, people taking advantage, people killing each other, and things like this. But what I have to do is what Jesus said when he was dying on the cross. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. They don't realize they're God's children like we do. That's what's missing from them. So they do these things. They can't help it. So I can forgive them and know the truth that they are God's children. And God is doing its perfect work in them. And I affirm that. Because I want that to be the majority belief. Spirit to spirit, we can change the world by knowing God's truth in each person. First in ourselves, we have to love ourselves first. And then we can love others, because we can love ourselves. It's so important. Love is so important. Okay, here is one more thought. Try to give thanks even for those things we do not see. The Bible says, blessed are they who not having seen still believe. In other words, when Jesus blessed the loaves and fishes, he was blessing the increase. He knew that God would provide. And his faith and expectancy reached out to the law of good in such a way that there was an immediate manifestation of more. That's why if you give thanks, you get more to give thanks about. Jesus hadn't seen all the loaves and fishes needed to feed the multitude, but he blessed them. This invisible substance he gave thanks for, this increase. And this we must do also. For God never lets anyone down. Particularly, we try to bless ourselves, our hopes, our aims, and our aspirations. Bless the faith within us, and it will grow. That faith of God is in us. We bless it and it will grow. There is no way God can work for us other than by working through us. And if we reject the gift of life, if we refuse to accept it, how can we hope ever to hold it in our hands? Now the practitioners here, they know the truth about someone that is having a health issue, a financial issue, whatever issue it might be. But they know the truth about it. They don't look at the issue, they look at the truth. And they share the truth in prayer and in affirmations. This is how it works. Because we do want to change these things, don't we? Yeah, we do. And practitioners and ministers are here to help you do that. We're here for you. This is what God drove us to go to school, to learn all of this, so that we could share it, share the love that we feel, that God gave us, that we feel for ourselves and we feel for you, the love we feel for you. Okay, as I was thinking about this talk, the words came back to me that were really special. And Diane and I, Diane taught child development in high school, at El Camino High School. And she had an opportunity to share a preschool known as Little Bears. And she would bring them into her classroom so the students could experience what it's like to work with little kids. And how I got involved in that, who was the designated driver? Yeah, so I picked them up and drove them back. But I enjoyed watching them in the classroom because they would have a lunch. They would have to have a lunch, right? Okay. So this is what Little Bears preschool taught them. Thank you for the world so sweet. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you, God, for everything. And we can do the same thing. We can be like those little children. We can be children of God and say the same thing. Thank you for the world so sweet. So please say that with me. Thank you for the world so sweet. Thank you for the food we eat.
Thank you for the food we eat.
Thank you for the birds that sing.
Thank you for the birds that sing.
Thank you, God, for everything.
Thank you, God, for everything.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Okay. Now, December is the theme for December from Centers of Spiritual Living is the world that works for everyone, community. And see, we are a community. That's why I love to talk about this too. I love to talk about love, I love to talk about community. Because we are a community of love. Now, Webster's dictionary says it's a body of people having common interests or living in one locality. So number 5, I looked it up in Science of Mind and Spirit. There was no community there, but there was a couple of things that were there. Okay, so number 5, I found unity. And guess what? Unity is right at the end of community. You notice that? It's part of community. Unity. The oneness of God and man. Is that what's up there?
Yes.
Good. The union of parts are results of many drawn together into one, a perfect, harmonious whole. Oneness. One life in which we are part. One intelligence which we use. One substance which is brought into manifestation. One principle, as Jesus taught, that they may all be one, even as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, and they also in us. Jesus taught that the Father was within, and we have that. That is a gift of God. And the thing of it is, we have to be consciously aware of that. A lot of people don't understand it, don't know about it, and we're trying to spread the word so they get it too. It's important. Now, there was another place that I found in the Science of Mind and Glossary. It was communion. That's as close as I could get to community, these two things. And it says communion, unity, agreement, interchange of thoughts and purposes, participation. We turn to the Father within, knowing He will guide us. This is communion, mental and spiritual contact. You know, when I was Roman Catholic, we had communion with a little wafer and what have you. And sometimes we got it because we had to, you know, but I don't think we really understood it. But now I understand it in a greater way. Because that's what they were trying to teach. Something that we teach here. Now, so when we put communion and unity together, we have community. What do we have in common? Unity. We're all one. All God's children. One big family. We're unified. Because Spirit is in us. God's love is in us. All of God's attributes are there already. You know, the men's group, we have virtue cards. And there's like 60 of them, so. And we share one at each time. And these are the virtues that are in us. We already have God's virtues. We don't have to ask for anything. They're already there. Okay, now, what I want you to do, I want you to trust me and trust God. Okay? Because I want to do community participation. I want you all to experience community in a greater way. Are you willing to do this?
Sure.
Okay, everybody? 100%? Okay. This is what I want you to do. And the people on Zoomers, what I want you to do is think of 3 things that you're thankful for and write them down. Now the rest of you, I want you to think of 3 things that you're thankful for right now and keep them in your mind. 3 things. If you need more time, put your hand up. Okay, we're all ready. Okay, now this is what I want you to do. I want you to stand and find somebody in this room you don't know. Okay? Please. Trust me, this is going to be wonderful. Find someone you don't know. Or would like to get to
What do you think?
Okay, so introduce yourself. And meet someone. Okay, everybody got a partner? Who doesn't have a partner? Okay, this is what I need you to do. Okay, can you hear me? No, you gotta stay together.
Did you find somebody to talk to in the chat? Maybe like text.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, now what I want you to do is share the 3 things you're thankful for with your partner. Okay? Share the 3 things you're thankful for with your partner. So each of you have 3 things that should be thank you for. And the people on the hill, I need you to write down 6 things you don't have a partner. Okay, now time is getting short, so we're going to have to give me time to finish my talk. So if you could, sit down, go back to see whatever you want. Now, if you want to know your partner better, we have plenty of time after the service. Okay, plenty of time after the service. And this is how we build community. We get to know the people that we don't know. Because they're children of God, just like you are. And it's all about love. Okay, so we did that. So thank you so much for doing that, for cooperating. Okay, now, after this talk, if you want to give thanks to your partner, you can give him a hug. Hug is a way of giving thanks. And I'm a hugging minister. Everybody knows that.
We do.
Yeah. Okay. So we have just shared what community is all about. Sharing. Sharing in a loving way. We have grown as a greater spiritual community by continuing to find things to be thankful for and for experiencing this. We will grow spiritually. We will love life more, and we will attract more spiritual believers to our community if we continue to do this and believe it. I want this community to grow, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Because people deserve us. And strangers are God's children we haven't met yet. That's all they are. Thank you for being here in community with me. And I thank God for all of you. My hope is that this talk has been a blessing to you. Know that I love all of you. Namaste.
Thank you, Reverend Michael. Can you tell that his ministry is loved? Yes, it is. All right. Thank you, Reverend Michael. That was beautiful. I am so excited to announce for the first time on the CSL TV stage, second time, maybe the third time now. But that was my slide. Jim McLaughlin on bass guitar. I love it. So we're blessed with another offering of song from Joanna, Mike, and Jim.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. The breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Vision the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. My soul's on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Said it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, for me. And I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling good, and I'm feeling good.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. All right. I shall not forget today, board members, I am doing the time of our offering and our gratitude of giving. For those of you not aware, I totally forgot that last week, so it was a fun time in community. But I'm remembering today because it is an important part of what we do here. It really is. Not only for the support of this center and what we do here, but also just as an individualized spiritual practice of giving and being grateful to give to this place that feeds us, and then to know and to open to receiving as God pours itself into us and says, yes, my beloved, here you go, yes. So it is a foundational principle of science of mind and spirit that as we give, we do receive. And so I would ask our joyful ambassadors to come forward, please, and please take any offerings that you have and maybe place them on your heart or hold them in your heart. And I wanted to say a special thanks to those who are auto-tithers as well. I know Craig Hurst and Don Taylor on our board very much appreciate when we auto-tithe because it allows the center to create a budget and to know monthly what might be coming in from those auto tithes, and it's important to be able to plan and to do good work here. So I just want to say thank you if you're an auto tither, and consider it in 2023 if you would, and talk to any board member or Cecilia about it. We'd be happy to support you in that. So please take your offering, place it near your heart. Let's say our affirmation of abundance together, shall we? Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power, joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, joy gives me everything I need.
And so before we do our announcements, I just want to say that I'm grateful. And let's join together in this gratitude for this abundance, for this givingness of each of us to be here present, for these tithes, these offerings, the support of this center, for the good works that we do here in this Temecula Valley and beyond. I am grateful. I bless these offerings. I call them good and very good. And so it is. All right, we have announcements. So next Sunday is our holiday celebration. Because Christmas is falling on a Sunday, and we'd all probably like to be in our jammies with hot chocolate, looking at our Christmas tree, and maybe opening presents with little ones. We are not going to gather on Christmas proper, but we're going to gather next week. And practitioner Beth Haas and I have created a beautiful, along with Joanna and Mike, a beautiful Sunday celebration where we're going to have our kind of traditional Christmas together, where we sing. There'll be some spiritual readings from our practitioners, and then we will close with a candlelight service together, which is lovely, just to kind of embody that Christmas feeling. And then afterwards, we're going to be gathering in the social hall to do our holidays around the world. We're going to have lots of yummy food. Please bring a holiday dish, maybe from a family recipe or something you remember from way back, or not. Maybe it's from Stater Brothers. Maybe just bring something to share together as we gather in the social hall to eat together and to celebrate all the different ways that the holidays are celebrated around the world. So that's next Sunday, the 18th. Oh, one of my favorite workshops is coming in January with practitioner Beth Haas. We're going to do a vision board workshop. It's coming on January 22nd, and we'll have more information in the coming weeks. It's really fun. It's one of our goodies, right? But if you have magazines that are gently used and you want to bring them in, please do so. That helps go a long way with our vision board creations. Our Gifts of Spirit group, led by practitioner Ann Woodward, yes, there she is going to be gathering tomorrow night via Zoom. And so it's just a reminder that that's going to be at 6:30 tomorrow night. They're going to be gathering to prepare for the holidays around the world presentation next week. And information will be sent to members via an email from Ann, correct? Our hiking club, led by Kelly. I don't know if Kelly's there. She is. Hi, Kelly. We are going to be hiking on Saturday, December 31st. It's going to be at the Santa Margarita River Trail. And Kelly has said you can bring your dogs, right?
Yes, not Saturday, Friday.
Oh, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Friday the 30th?
Yes.
Okay, Friday the 30th. We'll revise that. In the morning, 11 a.m. And there's more information on our website. You can contact Kelly on her email, which is also on our website, for more information. It's a great way to gather and to be spiritual, which is the truth of our being, out in nature together as a collective. So we're continuing with our Change for Good fundraiser. Bring your spare change in. We're well over $500. It's amazing how a little change can go a long way to support our center. The men's ministry is still, the Band of Brothers is still collecting canned goods, non-perishable food items that they're going to deliver to the local community, Mission of Hope. The Sisters in Spirit is still gathering gift cards, etc., for Michelle's Place, a local center to support those moving through the cancer experience. The Sisters in Spirit and the men's group are still meeting All that information is on our website. We're a vibrant community, so we have to go to our website to see all the good stuff that's happening. One last announcement. We're looking for board members. So if you are a member of this community and you would like to serve, maybe in a greater way, we are really looking for some board members. We're a fun group. It's not scary, I promise. We meet on Zoom. Sometimes we meet in person. But it really is the steering committee of this center. And so if you're interested, it's a great way to participate and to add your value, your knowledge, your gifts that you have out in the business world maybe, and support our center with those gifts. So if you're interested, you can see Board President Pat Clark, myself, Cecilia. So think about that. We're looking in maybe January, February, we're going to be making more announcements. All right, I think that's our announcements for today. So this time, this is where we come together to pray, right? There is such a power in collective prayer, collective meditation, collective chant. When we're together, our energies move together, and it's a powerful experience. And so if there's anything heavy on your heart, anything, or even if there's more joy that you want to experience, please see a practitioner. They're wearing their blue stoles. It is their gift, it's their honor to serve this community and to know more. We also have prayer cards in the back. You can put your prayer on the prayer card and we contemplate and pray on that all week. All right, so let's just come together, shall we? Coming together in consciousness, because that's how it works. One mind. I call it God. That it can be known as love, harmony, peace, joy, all the divine qualities. And it is a power and presence in this life experience, guiding, guarding, sourcing, and supporting. And so I know that we are this power, this presence, this love made manifest. Each and every one of us is an individualized center of God in everything we do. We are love made manifest. And so I know and claim this love, this gratitude that Reverend Michael spoke of today. That at every moment, every second, we can move into gratitude for the breath, for the light, for the birds, for the wind, for the rain. We can say thank you. And that thank you energy infuses us and connects us as we remember the truth of our being. And so I know that if there's anything heavy in our hearts, that we could just place that on the altar of God. Love it, allow it, and be with it. And so I'm grateful for this knowing, for this presence, for this community. I am grateful. We are blessed and we are a blessing. And so I just release these words into the power and action of the law, for I know it is already so. And together we say, and so it is. All right, I think we're closing. Are we closing with happy again? All right, because we're happy. Straight in here. Let's do it.
And say, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is true. Clap along if you know what happiness is for you now. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Have a great day, guys.
Yes, clapping. Knowing we go forth in love and gratitude into this week, into the holidays with that energetic, that vibration of yes. So it is. Have a beautiful week. Thank you online. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Love you.